Hi guys, and welcome back to Tobi's Corner, and thanks for sticking with me through all of this. Yeah, so I meant to film a 2-year update video in March because that was my 2 years. I remember Brandon proposed to me, and that week I got my Sisterlocks done, and that was 2 years ago. However, I was traveling for my brother's wedding. If you've seen that vlog, I will link it below and above as well. But I was traveling to Nigeria, and then, you know, I got carried away. And then each time I tried to film the video, I would film the first part of me getting my hair done, and I never would get to the sit down part. And by the time I would remember to film, my hair would be a hot mess. So, anywho, that's what's going on. So I'm going to insert the clips from all the times I tried to start this video and it just didn't happen, and I'll insert that now. Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna be really quick because I'm in the office and somebody could come busting through this door any minute now. But I wanted to show you my hair because I guess I'll talk more about it later, but it's dark outside, so this is the only way I can really show you. I just washed it this morning, so this is what it looks like in its unretightened glory. It's really bad, it's really bushy, it's frumpy, and it's kind of sad looking. Also, these are my edges. There's one little guy that's like dead here. Definitely fell off in the shower or something. But this is my hair. I'm on my way to get it retightened, and I have to leave right now if I'm going to make good time. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, so the last time you saw me, I was just leaving the office. I actually underestimated the drive time and ended up having to just step on it. It was like a 40-minute drive because of traffic. And so I was a little late to my appointment, but I made it. And yeah, this is a few hours later. I've been home now for at least an hour because Brandon just made me a nice steak and I just ate my lipstick away. I'm actually in pajamas already, just didn't change my top yet. So maybe you could see the dandruff. It's not really dandruff, it's just dry scalp, but I wanted to keep it authentic. But anyway, so this is what my hair looks like now. Turns out when I washed my hair this morning, I actually let a lock slip. Didn't mean to. I braided my hair in bigger sections because it's longer now. But the ones in front, I just learned today, the best thing is to braid them in smaller sections in the trickier parts, and also to clip it down. So I didn't know to do that before. But yeah, some of them are, you know, super thin, non-existent. Like this one is a very, let me show you, very new lock, and it's probably the one that slipped. I think there was more, but I think it fell out, I don't know, maybe when I was removing the rubber bands from my hair. Also, I learned to be careful with the rubber bands when bonding. I'll show you some. So this is my stack of rubber bands, and if you can see, I don't know if it'll focus, but there's a lot of hair on the rubber bands, and that's because every time I would take it out, usually I'm not in a rush, but today I was, but every time I take it out, I actually would end up snapping my buds. So, you know, you need the budding at the end for your locks to really start sealing, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm using the right terms, but they need to form those little balls at the end because that way they start to seal. So I've been locked almost 1.5 years, and as you can see, I look like I have starter locks because they're so loose on the ends. But that's because I've been losing some of my buds due to bonding for my braids or for my wash. So I learned a few things today. Clips also for the ends so that I'm not taking rubber bands out and snapping my hair. But that's it. I think I will actually sit down and talk to you some more about what it's been like having no extensions in my hair for a year. That was my resolution for 2018, and I made it. But I will properly sit down in a second. I just wanted to show you freshly retightened what my hair looks like. We did this part because I do tend to wear my hair this way, and the goal is to try not to do too many styles, which I've been doing. I try not to do styles, that way I don't put tension on my hair, on my edges. But I just wanted to show you what my hair looks like right there after being retightened. I think it looks good. It's good length too. I'll take this. For a year and a half, I'll take this. I just cannot wait to have it even longer, but I'm really thrilled with what I have and I'm blessed. But I'll come back to you in a second and get to talking. Testing. Hello everybody. It is currently Thursday, the last day of the month, I think. And I look bummy. It's great. This is how I look when I go to work. Bummy and cold. So, I'm currently waiting to go in. I am 7 minutes early to my hair appointment for once. Usually I'm late, but we set it for 6 o'clock and I left work at 5, and even with the rain, I still got here fairly on time. But anyway, I wanted to show you my hair because I am well past my 6 weeks mark. It's all bush. It's this flat because I tied it down asleep for the last 2 weeks. But I'm past due. I had to move my appointment because we had a photo shoot. It was our Christmas photo shoot. It took forever to get done. We kept postponing it because we were either traveling or something or the other, so it's a very belated Christmas photo shoot. We try to do a yearly photo shoot, and so this is our last year's. Why am I explaining all this? The point is, I did not want to retighten my hair and then do the shoot because I wanted to gel my edges, and I didn't want buildup. I wanted to be able to wash my edges. So as you can see, I'm able to do that. I thought my appointment was on Tuesday, so I washed my hair on Monday, and I just took out the braids the next day, you know, from braiding and binding to wash it. My Sisterlocks shampoo on a random note. But I used a black soap that Brandon found at Earth Fair that's supposed to be good for your face, your body, your hair, everything. I just didn't condition. So that's what this is. It's just my little fro. I wanted to show you because I can't see my roots. I can see here because I tied it down, and that's about it. Let me see if I can find you some roots. Nothing to be had. I do have an update. One of my locks, I was messing with it. I tried to fix it. It was thin in the middle, and I tried to fix it by braiding it, by tying it to itself. And well, that was a bad idea because then I had bumps, and then I got mad, and then I pulled the bumps out. Long story short, then I tied it back. Now I have this. As you can see, this is one of the knots from when I tried to knot up the middle that was thin so that it could get thick. The point is, I have a lock sitting at home somewhere, half of this. So now I have this bumpy little thing, but whatever. And another awkward one I have is the one, oh, I don't know if you can see, the one back here. Let me use my fingers. It is only this long, so it's my shortest one. It's the one we had separated. And that's it. I meant to do a sit down video last month after my retightening, and like I said, we've been busy, so I didn't get to. So after this retightening, I promise to bring in the second year of my Loc journey. Sorry, I was talking too much, battery died. But yeah, so March is my anniversary and we are about to enter March. So I will for sure do a sit down video. I've been asking people to submit any questions they have on YouTube. And I also asked a friend who's considering doing her hair. She's not sure what she wants to do with her hair. Locks, no locks, sister locks, traditional locks. Anyway, I also got her to send in some questions. So I'll definitely be addressing those in the next 2 days, 3 days. But bear with me. And like I said, retightening time. Okay, let me go get it done. And this is the length, but I guess I can't really because, well, it's braided. Does this help? Does this help? I don't know if that helps. I don't know if this helps. Does this help? Anyway, maybe after the appointment I can do a length check when I do the sit down. I promise to do the sit down. Okay. All right. Let me go in. Hi guys. This is the third time I'm attempting to film my Sisterlocks appointment. I'm in a bit of shade, so I hope it's not too dark. Anyways, yeah, it's been forever. I think I got my hair redone a week before going to Nigeria, and I went March like 16 or something like that, or 14. So first week of March-ish is when I did my hair, first or second week of March. This is now 2nd of May. That's a long time. That's way past my 6 weeks mark, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's past. And I look rough. I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna try to go somewhere sunny, but I look rough. And yeah, I just got to my appointment. I'm 6 minutes early, but this is what I look like after months of nothing being done. I washed my hair this morning. I was late to German class because of that. But this is it. I washed it, no oil, no nothing. This is just it. So yeah, I'm gonna head up the street to my appointment. I know this video has to go up. I don't know why I haven't done anything. I think I just haven't felt like I had anything to say about my hair. It's been 2 years, but I will give this another go, and hopefully I will actually get something uploaded as my 2-year anniversary. All my failed attempts to show you my hair. It's not like I haven't been trying. I've been trying. I just always said, oh, I would show you the before, show you the after, and sit down and talk to you and whatnot. And then I just never got around to it. Let me cut off the AC in case it's being loud. But yeah, so this is my hair. Brandon always says every time I leave my hair down, he's like, there's a long one that's just hanging. I think it's this guy. It just does its own thing. It's like, well, yeah, it's like longer than the rest. It just does its own thing. My edges, let's see, they're bushy, but the little one's held up. There's another little one back here. Oh, you can't really see anything, can you? This one also kind of held up. But I'm gonna go because I'd rather be early than be here all night. So hopefully she's home, and gonna get this retightening on the way. It takes longer when my hair is this bushy. This time I'm gonna make like 2 more appointments so that I'm not even trying to find availability. Yeah, I didn't ask quickly enough, and she was booked through till May, so this is the first day she had available. Ashley also didn't have any openings. She was booked till June, I think, or July. So yeah, here we are. And I washed my hair with regular shampoo, which actually said detangling on it, which scared me. And I'm not even gonna lie, I also did not braid and band my hair. It was, I think, 6 a.m. and I had to be in German class by 7, so I just was very careful and I just washed it. I had to wash build up out of my edges because I've been gelling my my baby hairs more often, and I just didn't want the build up when she retightens. So let me go inside. I'll get into a little bit of sunlight and maybe show you my hair some more, but I'm gonna head into my appointment. Sorry. Not sure if there's more sunlight, but this is it. This is my hair. What else can I show you? This is the other side. I don't know if you can see anything. I'm trying to do the best I can to show you, but frankly, just gonna head out. All right, so I just got back home. I'm so tired. Number one, I drove to work, not home, to work. I mapped the wrong thing when I was trying to talk to Brandon while driving, and I ended up at work, and I was like, why am I? Yeah, I didn't recognize the roads because it was a lot of back roads, so that's why I would have, if not, I would have caught it. But yeah, wrong way. I'm so tired. It is now 10:45 and I've been at work since 7, so I woke up at 6 something and had to wash my hair. Mateo is trying to get in here. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you what it looks like. This is it, freshly done. She did a middle part because I told her I wanted to hide these little guys. So I didn't want the small ones to be out necessarily. Mateo, get down from there. But yeah, this is what it looks like, freshly done. And today's Thursday, so I'm hoping it'll still be fresh by the time I do a check-in. And yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I got Bojangles. So much for my diet. That was the only thing open. No Chick-fil-A was open. Nothing salad-y was available. They were out of chicken with bones, which I love. So I'm just gonna go eat junk food now, and it's been a bad food day, but it's 11. So I'll see you in 2 days. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, I was just failing at getting this recording done, so my apologies for that. But yeah, it's been 2 years since I had my Sisterlocks, and for those of you who don't know, before this set of locks, I actually had traditional locks for about 4 years, and I started them myself, I maintained them myself, and eventually I combed them out myself. I've written a blog post about my hair journey. I might have mentioned it in a few past videos, so if you've been on this channel long enough, you probably have heard this said before, but just in case you're new, welcome. But yes, I had traditional locks for about 4 years when I lived in New York, Boston, and actually South Carolina. And then I combed them out, I permed my hair, I cut my hair, I permed my hair, I cut my hair, and then I tried to be natural, and then I had my epic fails at some of the salons in Charlotte, and then I was like, you know what, let me just get back my locks. I could maintain those way better. And I have 4C hair, by the way. At least the back is 4C. God knows what the front is. And so yeah, so thus began my journey 2 years ago. I have a friend right now, coworker, and she's actually considering, I have several coworkers that have actually approached me about my hair because they've gotten to see it from when it was this tiny to now. And so they're just, you know, I don't work in the same building I used to work in, so usually they run into me in the cafeteria and they're just like, your hair has grown. It's been that long, you know. So they have questions, they've been considering it, they've been seeing more and more Sisterlocks out there. I actually went to lunch at Bistro Le Bon, and Brandon, is it Bistro Le Bon? Yeah. Okay, Bistro Le Bon. I always say Le Bon Bistro. And one of the ladies leaving had Sisterlocks. The next group of people leaving, somebody had traditional locks. Locks are everywhere. You just have to kind of start noticing them. So the point is, we get questions all the time. And I just want to do a video addressing that. I know this video is going to get long. I'm sorry in advance, but let me just get out here and give my update while I talk about this. Battery died. Sorry about that. Anywho, so yes, do you get traditional locks or do you get Sisterlocks? So when I had traditional locks, like I said, I started them myself. So all I needed was a rat tail comb and gel. That's it. That's all you need. And I think for the first few months, or for the first few weeks rather, you don't wash your hair, and if you do, you wear like a cap over it, and you're very careful so as not to mess up the lines, the grid pattern, and all that. So frankly, I just needed a rat tail comb and gel, and I maintained it myself. All I did was twist. So another thing, you need clips. I would just twist my hair, palm roll, whatever, and clip down and air dry, or actually use a blow dryer if I was trying to go to bed early. So that was it. You don't really need anything else. And yeah, it was easy to maintain. I think the only time I really started going to salons was when I moved to Boston, and I jacked up my hair. I decided to color my hair one time, used a box dye from like CVS. I read the instructions wrong. I thought it said to put it on my root first, so I did. And I was trying to go for like a reddish or orange, like a brown. Well, the root was like orange, like ginger, and the rest of it was like the color I wanted, but the root was now too light, and it was just like the wrong color. It looked bad. And I went to somebody to fix it, and they made me wait 2 weeks to fix it, and then they eventually were able to dye it back black. because they were just like, if I bleach it to get the color you want, I would have to lift and your hair would get brittle. So that was when I went to a professional, and then I think I went maybe a few more times to get styles if I had an event. But for the most part, I did it at home myself for 4 years. So I didn't spend that much money. I spent money on gel for the most part. So affordability wise. So yes, so that was what that cost. With Sisterlocks, however, you already know installation is a big investment. Okay, you have to invest in your installation. It's a lifestyle, as people say, because you have to be okay with the fact that you're investing a lot of money in your hair. This technique is not easy. It takes hours, and you have to reward that person doing all this work on their feet for 9-10 hours, 2 days. You gotta reward them with a little something, okay? So that's one thing. And then also maintenance. My maintenance is every 6 weeks, sorry. So every 6 weeks you do pay for a professional to maintain it. However, you can take the Sisterlocks self-maintenance classes, self-retightening classes, and do it yourself. Except I don't know anybody who wants to just have their hands up like this for that many hours in front of a mirror in front, a mirror behind, trying to make sure you can see what you're doing. It's a lot of work. So most people will pay for a professional to do that maintenance. So I would say it's easy to maintain. Sisterlocks are very easy to maintain. You know, you make your appointment. Don't be like me and forget to make your next appointment, and then by the time you realize everybody's booked up, because that has happened to me several times. So now I use an app and I can book in advance all I want, because yeah, I think this last one I hadn't done my hair in maybe, I think we checked, I had done my hair last in February, like February 20 something, 26 or something, and I didn't get it done again till May 2nd. So clearly past my 6 weeks mark, and I looked like I was past my 6 weeks. I was in buns for like 3 weeks straight because I didn't know what else to do with my hair. So yeah, if you budget right, honestly, all you're doing is sitting there, and if they have Wi-Fi at the salon, you're just on your phone or getting work done. So it's easy to maintain because you're not doing the labor yourself, as opposed to when I had my traditional locks and I was doing the labor myself. Another thing is, I guess, the cost of maintenance. For traditional locks, it's quite a bit cheaper to maintain because it's a faster process than the retightening, which is, you know, the system is copyrighted. It's only a few people can do it. You can't just go to anybody to do it. So I guess in that sense, these are things to consider. I think I went off on a tangent. I hope I answered the question properly. Another question I got was, how do you keep traditional locks clean and free of buildup? So I'll modify the question and say, how do you keep all your locks clean and free of buildup? You have to wash your hair regularly. I think when I first mentioned that I wanted to get Sisterlocks, well, get locks, most people assumed, I think with Africans we have this thing with locks where people assume in Nigeria, back in the day, okay, these days they're fine. People used to assume that locks were unwashed. They were all free-formed, and they were usually, how would I put this politically correct? People on the streets that left their hair to just do what it wanted to do. It would mat and it would free-form and it would turn into locks. So a lot of people assumed that was what all locks were like, or dada, which is, you know, it's like when you're born and your parents decide not to cut your hair. I don't know how else to, I don't know how to explain it. The point being, the stereotypes were against me and people assumed my hair was going to be dirty, smelly, unwashed. People think that about locks in general, which sucks. So I see myself as the poster child. Like every time I go somewhere and I say I have locks, people go, you sure those aren't twists? And I'm like, I know what I have. They're like, but yours are so clean. And it's like, they usually are. So you wash your hair often. When I had traditional locks, when I had Sisterlocks, you wash your hair often. In the beginning phase, when your hair is locking, you're more careful washing. So with Sisterlocks, you've seen my other video, which I will also link below. You braid your hair, you put a little rubber band on the ends so that they don't come unraveled, and you wash your hair, you focus on the scalp. With traditional locks, what I did in the beginning was you get a stocking cap, like a wig cap. put that over and then you wash your hair still, because that way you're not messing it up, because those unravel easier since they're bigger and they're not interlocked, they're just twists, comb coils. So you wash gentler you wash gently, really, and that's it. But you still wash, and that's in the beginning phase when you have baby locks. But honestly, after that, I think this last time was the first time I really washed my hair without even braiding and banding it, because frankly, the system's great, but usually my rubber bands pull my buds out and my hair is not locking because the texture is so different. So I need all the buds I can get, and frankly, I was running late for work, so I just washed my hair without braiding and banding. But anyway, the point is, yeah, so you wash your hair like regular people. You wash it, you dry it, and it's good to go. I actually had done a video on my previous channel, which was all over my locks, about using dry shampoo in my baby lock phase. Dry shampoo is just, you know, you apply the dry shampoo, then you get a wet or damp cloth, and you just clean your scalp. So, I mean, like I said, baby lock stages, you can be more like gentle, but once you have like locks, once you've been locked for quite a bit, you wash them like regular hair. I know you're supposed to, with Sisterlocks, use the Sisterlocks shampoo, and with traditional locks, you try to use shampoos that don't have detangling agents in it if possible, or they don't specifically say detangler on there, but most shampoos will. You just have to be careful. So that's what I do. I know at a stage when my hair started to get longer, I would get lint in it because my hair would touch my sweaters, and in Boston it's cold. I was always wearing scarves. So in those cases, you would either try to pick out the lint yourself, or a lot of people did apple cider vinegar rinses. So they would just fill up a tub or a bowl with water, use the apple cider vinegar solution, drink like the, you know, you can buy it in the store. You would pour that in there. I'll find a video of maybe Cheska Lay doing it, because I think she used to do it back in the day, and I'll put that video up there. And you just soak your hair in it, and usually debris will come out of it of its own free will. And I know a lot of people, it's a little controversial, but a lot of people, all those lints that they can't seem to get out and they've picked at and they just can't, some people dye their hair fairly frequently, so it just covers it all up. I don't recommend that, but I have nothing against it. But yeah, usually I can see the lint. Usually it'll be a red piece of lint you can pull out. But apart from that, yeah, you wash your hair just like everybody else. And if you really want to get any debris out of it, you can do a apple cider vinegar rinse. And that's really good with getting rid of gunk and buildup. I had gel in my hair this last time because I was actually gelling my edges down. I had gel in the front pieces, and I just rubbed them together with my fingers when my hair was damp, and it came right out, and then I rinsed it out. So buildup's quite easy to remove. You just have to be, I guess, vigilant about it. Next question is, how does wearing a wig impact your Sisterlocks? Sisterlocks and loose hair, it's the same thing. It's the same traction. When I was wearing wigs a lot, the front of my hairline right here got really thin, got really damaged from wearing wigs all the time, because the tension of the band being on here, or the combs I had to comb through to make my wig stick so it wouldn't fly off in the wind or whatever, that tension is real. Sisterlocks or no Sisterlocks, you will have issues with your edges. I actually recently went to Nigeria, like I said, and one of my aunts had shaved off all her hair, and I was wondering what was going on. And she's like, oh, I can't be bothered, it's messing with my edges. And I thought she looked so beautiful. She's probably watching, so hi. But yeah, it's the same thing. Like, you just don't want to give yourself unnecessary stress with your edges. You just kind of, I don't know. But nothing against wigs, you just have to be careful with the tightness, I think. And if you're like me, I would wear them in the office, and after work, right as soon as I got in my car, I would sit it right down on the chair. And be like, ah, especially in the summer, whew, I can breathe, honey. So yeah, wigs, I would say that's the one thing they affect. It's really the combs going in, or maybe your edges with the traction or the tension. But apart from that, I wore wigs a lot, and I was fine. What really got me, like really pushed me over the limit, was when I was doing sew-ins all the time. I did sew-ins for quite a bit of the first year of my Sisterlocks, and that's what really kind of messed with my edges, and they are trying to come back. They're trying to do their thing, but we're letting them do their thing. We're just leaving them be, okay? They grow, they don't grow. That's, you know, I put castor oil on it sometimes, but sometimes I don't, because it just kind of, it can trickle onto my face and give me acne. So, but yeah, that's really all wig wise. Should you flat iron your hair? So my Sisterlocks consultant that I go to now actually, and you haven't seen her on this channel, she actually, I believe if you Google Sisterlocks, you probably will get her picture. Her picture's out there. It's been shared on Pinterest I don't know how many times. But yeah, she flat ironed her Sisterlocks back then, and her hair looks good, honey. So she said she used to flat iron her hair, or maybe she did it maybe just for that picture, or maybe twice, I don't know. But she said it works fine, it looked good. I was told not to do it because, well, I guess heat damage. Also, I guess the texture of your locks, you want them to all be the same consistency. To each his own. I don't. I don't find reason to. When my hair was really short, I wore wigs. And then after that, I would just wear a lot of hair accessories, but I don't think I ever needed to flat iron my hair. If I wanted my hair to be straight or lay flat a certain way, what I would do is I would spray it so it would be a little damp. I would part it the way I wanted to lay, maybe the next day, and I would just get a silk scarf, tie it down, and voila, I would wake up and my hair would be laid that way I asked it to. Because when you move your hair when it's damp, it's healthier for the hair, and also it stays, it keeps whatever you're instructing it to do, mostly, at least with my 4C hair, mostly. So yeah, those are the only questions I got. If you have any other questions for me, I know it seems random if you didn't ask any of these questions. You're like, why is she talking about traditional locks in a Sisterlocks video? I get it, but I was just mentioning this because I know some people are watching to see my progress, to decide if they want to go ahead and do it. So if my eyes are darting all over the place, it's because my cat's walking right behind the camera and I'm just distracted. But yes, so without further ado, I'm going to take down my bun so that I can show you what my hair looks like. I just got back from church and I'm trying to film while there's some sunlight, if you can see the lights going in and out. But yeah, we were in a rush this morning. We went to an earlier service, so my hair is just in a top bun. I don't know what happened to all my hair bands, so yeah, I use the same one every day pretty much, and it just depends on what hairstyle I'm trying to create. But I'm going to take this down now and show you what that looks like. Oh. Pins flying everywhere. Okay, I just lost this pin, if you can see. Can you see? Yeah. So this hairband, this is the last one. I think I'll link the video below again, but I bought a bunch of hair accessories from ASOS, hats, scarves, all kinds of things, and I still have the clear ones, but I've started running out of the black ones because a lot of them popped because I use them every day because they're just so stretchy. I know if I give this time, this will shrink back, but okay. So I'm gonna take out the pins. I have quite a few pins in here. I was just shoving them in as I was getting dressed. So this is what my buns look like. Can you see this? I might have to raise this. Okay, is that better? It's a little better. Okay, so this is what my hair looks like in a bun. And I tried to take some pictures in Florida and my hair was just like this in the pictures and it looked crazy. They were just like flapping like chicken, like that, like chicken legs. I'll put one of the pictures up. And I just, ever since then, I try to fold it as much as I can and pin it down. So that's why it was held down like this. But yeah, this is the length. This is what it looks like, which is, I mean, I'm happy. I was so happy to be able to do a bun, even if I have to use pins to hold some of the short pieces. See how short this guy is? So I have to use pins to hold some of the short pieces up here and around, but I will take it. The fact that I can do a bun is a blessing. And this time when we retightened my hair, we did a middle part because I want to protect some of the short pieces here. And this is it. This is me after 2 long years. Time flies when you are busy. So this is it. Is this what you were expecting? Were you like, what does her hair look like now? It's been a while. I was telling Brandon there's a piece that comes down to like my hair, let's see. Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's crazy that some of these pieces are that long, but let's see. This one comes all the way down here. Some of these come down. Yep. So this is my hair. I'm gonna show you the back. Show you the other side. Okay. My main thing with my hair, and my Sisterlocks consultant and I were talking about this, is the fact that the back is 4C. So for the most part, they're trying to, boo-boo. They're trying to lock, but the front is like trying, but it's a softer texture up here for some reason than it is down there. So they are trying to lock, but I'll show you that I'm not sealed. These all look like loose hair. Can you see that? Let me come closer. See how loose those are? They all look quite loose. They're not like sealed like proper locks. So for locks that are 2 years old, see, I get buds, and then by the time I braid and band them, these buds fall off. I've done everything, so I don't even braid and band, and I'm still losing buds left and right. See, this one is trying to, let me see if I can, trying to seal, but they're all just struggling to seal. So for the most part, I just have a bunch of loose hair hanging. Lengthwise, there's some really short ones. Boo-boo, stop crying. So these are like some fairly, hang on one second. Okay, sorry, he wanted to get into his room, so he gets vocal. But yeah, that's really it. What else was I showing you? Oh, my hair. So they're about this long. This is probably the worst length check ever. This wasn't really meant to be a length check video, so sorry if it was very unconventionally done. But yeah, that's my hair, and I'm really happy. I think in the 2 years I've had my Sisterlocks, I have not regretted my decision. They're super easy to maintain. If I wanted to wear a wig today, I could still do it. I just corner my hair and get a big curly wig so that you can't really tell the texture. If I want to do crochet braids, I could do that right now. I still think they're super versatile, but I did swear off extensions and things like that last year, and it paid off. My hair got healthier and my edges did a little bit of a comeback. So I think in the end it was better to leave my hair be. But now that I'm off my probationary period with the extensions, you might be seeing some ponytails or something. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But the point being, I'm really happy I made this decision. And if you have questions about getting Sisterlocks, what to, you know, how to start, how to do your research, I don't know. Any questions that come to your mind, just drop me a line below or find me on Instagram and DM me. I know I didn't cover quite a few things that you might be having questions about, but that's because I only answered the questions I got, and it had to do with cleanliness and maintenance. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be here for my 3rd year with Sisterlocks update type video. I think I might add a few pictures of my hair through the years so far, just so you can kind of see the growth, because I think looking at it now, it just looks like hair. But if you saw when I had this much hair, you'll understand why I'm so excited that it's grown this much in 2 years. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Please subscribe and please share. Bye. Wait, wacky why? Yeah, no, let's not. I got that from Two Dope Queens. I'll see y'all later. Bye.